smashed him.
You what?
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Crash Unleashed.
Let's go! Brock Lesnar on the beast.
What the hell?
Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level got an increase.
I get no bitches.
Bringing content on the daily. Feeling like Crash Unleashed.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, baby mamas, baby daddies, everybody in between. It is your purveyor of mischief, Gresh, bringing another episode of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. And today we are once again joined by a very special guest. And not many people know who this guest is, but Tyler ElGuapo joins the table to discuss everything from DPW, Deadlock Pro Wrestling, from Twitch streaming, from training to become a professional wrestler. Everything you want to know. It's just a conversation that is literally chaotic and all over the place, and not really all over the place in a way where it's not structured, but all over the place where we are literally two wrestling fans. And in his case, he's actually working behind the scenes of a wrestling company, and we are actually having a solid conversation about everything that you would want to talk about. But before we get to that specific conversation, it would be remiss for me to not shout out our Patreon backers at patreon.com/CrushDigital. Without you guys, we would not be. This podcast would not even exist because your money goes into this podcast, and there's no other way around it. And I appreciate you personally from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. And without further ado, let's not waste any more time. Without further delay, joining me now is obviously someone that many of the people are probably not familiar with, but hey, this is an open field. We trying to get to know everybody possible. Tyler, I want to pronounce your name properly,
okay,
but I don't want to butcher it.
It's okay. It is Tyler ElGuapo.
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 ElGuapo. I've heard that you're a Deadlock patron, aren't you?
I am. I am a patron for Deadlock. I also work with Deadlock, Deadlock Pro Wrestling.
Deadlock Pro Wrestling. No, the reason I said it because I've heard either Pulse or Johnny pick at the name. That's why I'm like ElGuapo.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling today, man?
I'm doing really good. Just hanging out.
I don't blame you. So usually when I like I told you before we start recording, I did my research on you.
Mm-hmm.
You say you work for Deadlock Pro. What do you do for Deadlock?
I am a sound engineer for them, and basically I run the entrance music, I get the music together, everything else for the show. I also run time cues for the referees. So I have a headset I have a walkie that goes straight to the referees that are in the ring. So to give cues for them for like time and stuff like that, and keep time as well. Oh
man, when you said sound engineer, because I saw it on your Twitter, and I'm like, huh. You're me and you speak the same language. because for those of you who don't know it, and then you as well, I went to school for audio technology, so I'm an audio technical specialist. I usually go around hotels and run their conferences and their Zoom calls and all that good stuff. So it's like and then I also do their live sound. So it's like okay. When I saw sound, I'm like, yeah, he knows exactly what I mean. When you running around, hooting and hollering, trying to make sure everything's up on cue, then by the time you're done, you're gonna be like,
man, the last 20 minutes before a show starts for DPW every time is the most stressful 20 minutes I ever have. Every time. So like, I don't know I'll admittedly, I don't know as much about sound as I should. Because I'm working alongside Superjaw, who does the production for Deadlock Pro Wrestling and a few other wrestling companies around the North Carolina area.
Okay.
So I'm under them basically still learning, but I've been doing like entrance music and stuff like that for like Premier Wrestling Federation before Deadlock Pro. So I knew a little bit before coming into Deadlock.
Nice. When you said that, so you're basically like an A2 in a way. Kind of. Sure. Kind of sort of. Basically what an A2 is, so for a lot of people who don't know what that term is, A2 is basically you have your lead audio or lead sound. Then you have the A2 who's pretty much he kind of takes the weight off of the A1 as far as like you're in control of the playlist, the sound,
Yes.
making sure everything is mic'd up, making sure everything is perfect, and then he'll always obviously help you, but
Right.
you kind of knock that out so that they won't have to deal with it.
Okay. Yes. So I never had been referred to as an A2, so I didn't know
Okay.
that term beforehand. So, but yes, that is essentially what I am as an A2.
Basically, hey, you learn something new every day. Because
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know what that means. So it's like in my case, I'm always an A1. So I'm always the guy who's like, okay, you handle that. You mic this person up. Make sure the mic is on. Make sure make sure the red light is on, because if it's not on, then it means it's not working. The battery's dead. Why is the battery? Like that's how my brain works.
I see that every time, because like Joe from Superjaw. So it's Superjaw is really like a 2-man team, and then like they have people that help them out like along the way. Gotcha. But Joe and Tyler are like the 2 guys that run it. So we have 2 Tylers, or we actually have 3 Tylers that are in Superjaw. But so Joe and Tyler, they kind of run it, and I see Joe so stressed like the whole like last hour, running around making sure everything is perfect.
Hey, yo, the reason why I'm laughing is because that's literally, I think that's every A1's nightmare. But then at the same time, once it starts, and the funny thing is, it's like we be stressing out, but then once it starts, everything goes smoothly. And then some people be panicking. They be scared to talk to us, because they be like, is he going to flip out on me? No, I'm not stressed at you.
Right. I think Joe is 100% that way. Cause like Joe will sit there and go, man, I swear I'm the nicest person. But like the last hour, man, I'm so stressed. Cause he'll like, it's like a switch will flip, and he just becomes like a whole different person. Go like, oh no. And then like run.
You'll be trying to catch them and try to do something. Then you be like, maybe he's busy. No, I'm stressing.
Yes.
If you see me stressing, grab my arm and say, we got it. Calm down. Because if you don't, I'm a panic just like you.
That's me with Joe. I always go, hey man, relax. We got this. Everything will work out. We got it.
Because I was listening to because I've been listening to DPW Deadlock since episode 1. So that's why I'm like, yeah. Same. So when they started Deadlock, and then they started when they broke down everything, I was like, ooh boy. I already know, because as a joke, me and my boy Highlight Reel, we was like, what if we start a wrestling promotion just for here in Atlanta, just for whatever, because we have this collab brand, Freeopedia, like Wikipedia, but Freeopedia is just something goofy. So we was like, what if we just start? I just said, well, what if we just start FPW or FP Wrestling, and then just book everyone to job to me. And I was just joking. I was like, let's book everybody. Man. Let's just do like a full gauntlet match where everybody has to lay down some malaria.
That's the dream. Yes, sir.
That's why I was like, okay. But yeah, so when he broke it down, I was like, you know what? It's like after Pulse or let me say James and Johnny was like, okay, yeah, this isn't a cakewalk. And I hit up my boy Hala. I said, maybe this isn't a good idea.
No, man, it is. I see sides of James that I don't think most people see, and it is the most like he stresses hard. Like I know it seems like the theme of the episode, man. Fucking, he is so. Is there cussing's allowed? Correct. I just want to make sure before okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure. So like he is so stressed, like him and Johnny, because like Johnny is the fastest person I've ever seen. I'll be like, all right, Johnny, can I talk to you about something? Yeah. And I'll turn around, I'll look back, he's gone. And I can't find him nowhere. He'll just appear and disappear like in a snap of a finger.
Wow.
I have never seen Johnny move so fast at a wrestling show.
The way it's funny how you can tell by the way someone is by the way they talk. Johnny looks like a human Sonic. If I ever meet, because my goal at some point is to eventually travel to North Carolina and go to DPW Live. So Absolutely. If I ever meet Johnny, I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna have to keep up with you, because he whether it's New Legacy or whether it's Deadlock, he sounds like he's speaking at 1,000 miles an hour. But it makes sense at the same time. I relate
so I know I relate so hard to that. And funny enough, at DPW shows, it's like me and Johnny look like twins, which is like
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
So I one of the wrestlers at the show, Donnie Ray, was sitting next to me. The Melt Man was sitting next to me, and me and Johnny were talking for a second. Johnny walks away. Donnie looks at me. Y'all twins. Y'all brothers. Ain't no way.
I think he said that in the most nonchalant way, like y'all are twins. Like
yeah. He did a double take, like y'all twins.
Yeah. Didn't give you no heads up, nothing.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, y'all twins. Y'all twins. Yeah. So to sidetrack from DPW for a minute, I see that you're training to become a wrestler. Like, are you? Yes. How deep are you into training for wrestling?
I've had practice matches and everything, and I'm basically there. It's just I need to like commit more to it. It's one of those things. It's like trying to find time to also go to training and everything else in my life.
Got you.
So
you're at the Carolina Wrestling Academy? Because
yes,
I saw that. Okay.
Carolina Wrestling Academy, head trainer Jakob Hammermeyer, and assistant coaches Colby Carino and Bojack are the assistant coaches.
Colby.
I
Colby. Love Colby. I love Colby, bro.
Colby's awesome.
Like I didn't really watch Colby until DPW. So it's like DPW has been introducing me to a lot of people I didn't know existed. And it's not a fault of my own. It's like it's so much wrestling going on right now to where I'm like, I can't keep up with these people. So when I see him go through DPW, because I'm religiously watching it, so I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then when I saw him at the recent, which was DPW No Pressure, which is awesome, by the way, you guys should check it out.
DPW on demand.
Oh, yep. Cheap plug for that.
I got it.
But I listened when I was watching him from the DPW Fire tapings, and then as well as DPW No Pressure. I'm like, yo, this dude is it. And then when I did research, I'm like, how WWE didn't find anything for this dude to do?
No, but I have no idea, man.
You can't really fault.
He has it all. Like, and that's not even like because I train under him. He like I see it. He has it all. He can talk. He can wrestle. He knows like so much about wrestling, which is crazy. Like just listening to him train. Like,
what's your craziest training story that you can think of?
Oh my god, there's so much. So I've been training for a couple years now. So it's like I have a lot.
Hey, the most chaotic training story you could think of that'll make you either laugh, shit, and fart all at the same time.
So like I wasn't. That's awesome. I wasn't there for this one, so it's kind of a cheap answer. But there was a training session we had. I seen the video footage of it.
Okay.
And I have two answers. One where I was there and one where I wasn't. So the answer for the one I wasn't there was we ended up on Botchamania. As a training session, we ended up on Botchamania. Because Bojack and Trey Havoc and Diego Hill were working on a spot where they had seen it done in GCW.
Okay. And
it was during like the luchadors, like Gringo Loco and AZF and all them. I think that's his name. I might be butchering it. ASF. Yeah. And they were working on they did a spot where two guys were holding the ropes, and I think ASF ran at the rope and they pulled the rope back so it ricocheted him up in the air into like
into like the
Hurricane Rana. Yeah.
I remember. I think I seen that episode.
Yeah.
That was.
So they did so Diego's like, I want to try that, and Bojack and Trey were like, yeah, we could do that. We can help you with it. So they launched him and didn't realize how hard they launched him, and he ended up like doing like basically a whisper in the wind in the air and hit the ceiling fan above the ring, which is like a solid 10 feet above the ring. Dude, I seen it and I was like, that is the most what how
is that
I don't know. They haven't tried it that often. They don't try it as much anymore for obvious reasons.
Yeah, try that. Do that at an outside ring. Don't do it in. Don't
absolutely.
Do it inside. Don't do it inside
the
no
whole
more.
roof, man. The one I was there for was I have footage of this. It just hasn't been released. James posted some of it on his Twitter.
Okay.
So it was after a training session one night. It was me, Tenchi X, who works for DPW, and James. We were all just kind of, fucking around, just working with each other. And they decided, Tenchi and James, because I'm like when I'm there, I'm basically filming everything, like trying to get like the shots for it and like getting them so they can use it for like social media and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So they did a match, Tenchi and James, where they were both stone cold the entire time. And for 6 solid minutes, it's just them doing stunners to each other. It is the most chaotic. It's definitely the most chaotic I think I've ever been a part of. Because like you can hear me in the video footage corpsing over fucking James and Tenchi just doing stunners to each other the whole time.
I think I actually remember reacting to that, and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
What?
Dude,
and
crazy."
It's funny because me and the same guy was talking about me and how like, well, Dwayne, me and him was like, bro, what if we just train? Because we was talking about, okay, either train just to train, take a bump just to see how it goes, or at least train to do commentary, because I've been doing voiceover for stuff, 2K games and all that stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure every last one of us have done something where it was voiceover and all that stuff. And I was like, what if I take this shit serious and just do it? Because I know more wrestling moves than I know freaking my family's names. So I'm like,
dude, that's like me at training.
So that's what I'm like, I might as well just. And I got the personality for it. I'm like, what about if the wrestling doesn't work? Because I'm gonna take a bump, because there's a school out here by you remember Swerve? What was his name? Dante Fox.
Dante Fox from
Lucha Underground.
Are you talking about AR Fox?
AR Fox. I said Dante Fox.
WWA 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
You remember him? He has a school out here. So so me and him was like, what if we just do it? And I'm like, okay, once this money ain't strange and the gas prices ain't higher than these gas prices.
Dude, I'm a full-time DoorDash driver, bro. I feel you. So I understand.
It's like once these gas prices ain't too high, we'll do it. But I was like, okay, that's something. He's another guy that even if you're ever in Atlanta, he's a school. That's a school you should definitely check out.
One of the guys that used to train at CWA actually transferred over to WWA 4 to train under Fox. So like I've heard all about it. Like that school is awesome.
Yeah, so
and they do like weekly shows, I think, too.
Yeah, weekly for YouTube. Yep. So I'm like, that's smart, because it's like
absolutely
everybody watches YouTube.
It gets for sure, and it gets exposure to like the trainees, and it gives them reps that they can use for actual shows. Smart. So smart.
Before we get back to DPW, you say you're on Twitch. What do you do specifically on Twitch?
Oh man, everything. Chaos. Dude, my streams are chaos. It's essentially I will stream it's really anything. So most of the time it's like Fortnite, Fall Guys. Oh god, MLB The Show. I've started playing MLB The Show on stream.
Sweet.
Which is not smart because I'm not good at it.
You sound like me with NBA 2K.
Oh man, I've tried NBA 2K too, and I got blew out of the water.
I suck, but WWE 2K I can play.
I suck at MLB The Show, man.
Anything wrestling I can play, because I can.
Oh, absolutely.
I can pick that shit up, but
I have done speed runs on my channel too of like Here Comes the Pain.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, for season mode, I think I am 3rd in any percent on Here Comes the Pain. Nice. But most of my streams lately have been co-streams with Bojack, Skylar Mack, and Tenchi X. We are collectively we're known as the Goon Squad. And it is goons, and has turned into. If you ever want to see a chaotic stream,
just
watch one of ours. It is
at the same time and just be like, okay, chaotic.
Yes, it is all over the place, and we never have a stream workout correctly. Never.
There's always something. It's like
it's
audio.
Man, we'll sit there because like we had me and Bo had one planned, and it was like I don't even remember what the game was now, but we were talking to chat for like 20 minutes, and then we found out that the game isn't multiplayer. it doesn't have online multiplayer. It's only local multiplayer.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh no.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So how we gonna do
sorry,
this?
Chat. Yeah, chat. We ain't playing this game no more. Whoops.
See what had happened was,
Man.
we didn't read the manual, so
No, because like Bo was like, I have a game for us to play on stream. I was like, all right, bet. That's all I need to hear. Like, I'll play anything. That's all I need to hear. So I downloaded the game. I got it already. And then he goes, oh. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Oh, what's wrong? Yeah, so we can't play it. What? What do you mean? What do you mean we can't play this game? Yeah, it's not online multiplayer. It's only local. And like we're still experimenting with like trying to use Parsec, and so we're not as like comfortable using Parsec on stream yet.
Gotcha.
So it's like, all right, well, we're not doing Parsec. All right.
Chat.
Right, Fortnite.
What do you want?
Yeah, we're going to Fortnite, guys.
Like, what do you want to talk about? That's how I'd be like. So
essentially, our streams are like. So I don't even think our chat watches our gameplay. I don't think. I think
they probably just listen to
us.
y'all.
Yeah, because it's just us shooting shit with each other the whole time.
I've noticed that because when I've been on a little break right now, but my Twitch is AO is Gresh, so it's like AO is Gresh because it's whatever. But every time I do like whenever I play games, they don't pay attention to the game. The chat is not is inactive, but if I do like a watch long, like if I'm watching some CCW or DPW stuff or freaking comedy stuff like Bernie Mac and all these people, they be just laughing at my reactions and all that stuff. So, I'm like, so do I just need to talk?
Right. Y'all just want to hear me talk. Y'all don't care about the gameplay. Because like that's how I figured out Twitch was. Twitch, nobody wants to watch this game. Nobody cares. Man, I was like, chat was talking about they wanted me to play a game, and it was so I've never played any of the Dark Soul games. Never.
Okay.
I'm not a huge because like there's a lot of video games that I genuinely haven't played.
Yeah,
I grew up playing wrestling games. That was it.
Yeah, it's like I try to tap into the other games. Right. There's so many games I have on my game. I don't even have it.
It was sports and wrestling growing up.
Exactly.
It was sports. It was wrestling. It was Pokemon, and it was Kingdom Hearts. That was it.
In my case, I would switch Pokemon with Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, that's fair.
That was me and my cousins. We was just destroying each other. Well, he was destroying me in Dragon Ball Z, but I was whooping his ass in SmackDown versus Raw.
The only Dragon Ball Z game I owned, I think, was Budokai 2. I think.
Yes.
Which was the red cover. That was the red cover, right?
Yes. That's one of my favorites.
That's the one I played.
That's one of my favorites. Like if I could play, if I still had a PS2 or Xbox One or Xbox, I'd be like, yo, oof, it'd be so classic.
I actually have an OG Xbox still, like somewhere.
I was moving so much as a child, I had literally lost a lot of my game systems, and I'm like, fuck.
I grew up with a PS2, like a PlayStation. I was PlayStation, and I had like the Nintendo, like fucking like Game Boy Advance, SP.
Game Boy.
So those were like what I had growing up, and then my grandparents had the Xbox, so I would occasionally go over there play the Xbox, but that was like the only exposure I had to Xbox, and like I didn't own a 64 either. So it's like there's genuinely just a lot of games I never played. So like when I was 18 or 19, my uncle gave me his Xbox. I had like 200 games with it. I was like, all right, well,
he can be my uncle.
Yeah, right. I'm playing the Xbox now.
Hey man, I switched between Xbox and PlayStation so many times. I went from let me go back. So a lot of my listeners probably don't even know what this is. I went from Dreamcast to Nintendo 64 to PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, back to PS3, Xbox One, then finally PS4. And now I'm still struggling to get a PS5. So I'm about to just settle and get it.
PS5. I just got a PS5 like in the last few months.
Dude,
it was one of those things where like Walmart started selling it, and my wife was like, nah, it just went ahead and got like the payment thing. I was like, just do it. Just get it. I don't care. Get it.
I don't care.
Tired of waiting to get this.
We'll pay on this. We'll pay on this. Just get it.
Absolutely. Man.
Boy, man. It's like every time I get it, it's like, no, every time I'm close to getting it, a bill hits. And I'm like, oh man. Fuck.
Yeah, it's either I didn't have the money and I could get in, or because I would still try to get in just to see what would happen.
Right.
Or I had the money. And then when I got in, oh, we're sold out. I had one PS4, PlayStation sent me a fucking thing that goes, only people that get this email can hop in. So I joined in immediately. And I waited. It said you have a 10-minute wait time. I was like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. 10 minutes. They had me sit in this for 10 to 15 minutes. I get in, sold out. So you have me still sit in this for 10 minutes for a... They're like, yeah, but you can get a cover.
I want
like,
the guy.
What am I gonna put it on? What if I put this cover on? Yeah, you don't want the skin for it?
No, I want the game.
What am I just gonna? It's like the fucking, what is it from Fairly Odd Parents? This is where I would put my my thing like, if I had one. So it's like I would have the skin on display. I have a skin, and this is what I would use this skin if I had a PS5.
What, like that's like taking a participation trophy when you play in the basketball game. You did not score anything. You're on the bench.
You didn't even play.
You didn't even play.
You came in and you stood off on the side.
You cheered me on, fanboy.
Yeah, you weren't even the water boy. You weren't even good enough to be the water boy. You just sat on the bench.
Man, Sony, get it together, man. Yeah. Like, come on, we need to. I'm so close to just selling for Xbox One, but most of my friends are on PlayStation. So I
said that. I was like, man, I'm about to just buy. I think I said that to like Tenchi. I was like, I'm about to just fucking buy an Xbox One. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of waiting. I just want to play next generation, man.
Because they're gonna eventually stop making current gen at some point. Like, I'm pretty sure by 2023 they're gonna just stop making them. Right. I know. I think if you play WWE 2K23, if that's the thing, I think they said that's gonna be either. It's a close possibility that they're going to cancel PS4 and Xbox One version. So I'm like, ooh, let me hurry up and get this.
Now I need it. Yeah, I was gonna say probably shouldn't cancel it until we have
it. yeah, probably. Yeah. Like, wait, give me to 2024, and then you can cancel it. Because by then I'll probably have it. I'll probably be married with kids at the same time. But
oh man,
hey, neither here nor there.
Yeah, right. I'm married, brother. I feel you.
Like I'm about to say, other than that, man, Twitch with me, yeah, like you were saying, Twitch, it's like a hit or miss. Like once you find your niche, you can really take off. Because I believe it's like for the past, I started on Twitch when I started the whole content thing. I started on Twitch 2K15, WWE 2K15. I started like just BSing around. I had one viewer. It was probably my mom, but I had one viewer, and I was just doing universe mode stuff, and then I converted over to YouTube, and then that popped off during the pandemic. That I'm sitting at like maybe 4K, and I'm like, I know some people are like, oh, that's nothing. I'm like, it's more than what
4K is a lot. What? No way. No way.
That's a lot.
My YouTube, I'm sitting at like I think 111. I feel you. 4K is a lot. That's something to be proud of.
And most of it is basically for the games. And then I was telling people, and I told on the last episode that I did, I was like, 2K22 isn't really my content is more so in detail type content. Like I do camera angles and all that stuff for universe mode matches.
Gotcha.
It's a headache in 2K22.
I've seen. I have seen.
Oh my god,
man. So my path is weird. So I started off on Twitch and like got semi-successful on Twitch. Which was like
when I looked at your numbers, I'm like, that is successful. It's more successful than me.
So I started streaming like just for fun, just to like stream, and then I ended up like full diving into Twitch, just watching streams, and like didn't even realize that I was networking. Didn't even realize it that's what networking was. And one of my Twitch friends, Super Gibby, was telling me, he goes, "Dude, you are the best networker I know," and it was like I never even looked at it as me networking. I was just like, oh yeah, this is dope. And I would just comment in people's chats and just talk. And
that sounds like me. Like I just be in people's chat. I'm like, hey, what's up? How's it going?
Yeah. And I would just be like talking, and like I ended up playing games with like most of those people. And then it was like next thing I know, for like in like 6-7 months, I ended up going from like 100 to like 900 to 1,000 followers. And then it was like, I sat there and then I took a break.
That sounds like me with getting the path to affiliate. They be like, oh, you need this, that, and third. And I'm like, I'm so close. And then I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. So it'd be like, you be so close. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break.
It's like you won't even realize it. You'll sit there and be like, oh, I'm gonna stream like today or tomorrow. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll just do it the next day. And then like next thing you know, that turns into like 2 weeks. And then you realize you haven't streamed 2 weeks. It's like, oh shit, I really should probably stream.
I don't even bother putting a schedule anymore. I'm like, I'm just gonna.
I never did a schedule. I told people I will go live at some point. Just know, because I used to stream daily.
Okay.
And I would do it like because I was working full time with Domino's at the time, and I was working like 50 hours a week, 55 hours a week there, and I would still stream like every day. Because what it would be was like I would work. They always had me working closing. So I would work like 5 to like 12, get home at like 1, and then I would stream from like 1 to like 5 or 6 a.m. and then go to sleep, wake up, repeat the process.
Good Lord. Hold on. I thought my sleep schedule was fucked.
Oh no, hell no. My sleep schedule is beyond fucked. Man, there's been days at DPW where like I haven't slept in 36 hours because I'll sit there and be like, fuck, I was like, I'll try to go to sleep, and then I can't go to sleep, and our call times are like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. And I live 2 hours away from where we're doing the shows.
Okay.
I'd be like, all right, well, it'd be like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and I'm like, well, there's no point for me to go to sleep. I'm going to be more tired if I go to sleep. All right.
That sounds like me. It's like you go to sleep, and then the adrenaline wear off, and then when you try to wake up, you'd be like, it takes you about an hour or two to wake up. So that's why it's like whenever I have to, because I'm a one-man machine on this side of the field. Like I produce podcasting, I still do 2K content, and I pretty much control 4 YouTube channels, and one Twitch stream. So I got the Gresh YouTube channel, which is basically 2K. Then I have the AO is Joshy G, which is basically my comedy short skits type where I just BS around, and I'm like, you either find it funny or you don't. Not saying people find it funny, but I just be BSing around. And then I have the Freeopedia YouTube, or the Freeopedia brand. So it's like YouTube, I believe Twitter and all the stuff. So I run that. And then I have the Gresh Unleashed podcast. So that's literally 4 channels. So it's like, it'd be times with that I'd literally go into the next day. I'd be like, oh shit, I got to go to work. And then on top of that, I got my 9 to 5 too still. So
wow.
Because bills are bills. So
I feel you.
I'd be like, oh shit. Do I need to go to sleep? No. If I go to sleep and I have to be up in 2 hours, so like I'll be so close to 2 hours. I'm like, what's 2 hours? I'll be fine. Halfway through the day, I'm like, oh fuck, I should have went to sleep.
It's always been like so I'll use the last DPW show for example. I went to bed. So our show was Sunday. I woke up at 6 p.m. on Saturday, and I was like, all right, well, I was like, I'll go to bed around like 3 or like 2. No, like 1 or 2, and then I ended up being up at like 5, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to sleep. So I didn't. And if you know how DPW is, our shows go from like 4 or 5 p.m. to 9 or 10. Breakdown ends up going to like midnight. And then I would end up being awake for like 37, 38 hours.
Good Lord.
Before I end up going to sleep. Because I'll still go out and like hang out like after the shows.
All right.
So I don't get back to like the hotel till like 6 a.m., 5 a.m.
Good. Oh, okay.
I'm running. I don't know how I do it. It's scary that I could just do that. I don't know how.
Yeah. Because I put out a tweet. I'm pretty sure you probably saw that tweet. I put out. I was like, I'm scheduling interviews. I have to edit this footage. I have to plan for the fellas trip. Where are these energy drinks? Because I'm like, I'm my brain. Because sometimes, and then this might be a detriment to me. My brain runs faster than my body.
Yes.
I'll move from this to that. I'm like, whoa, go back.
Mhm.
And then I'll be like, damn, what the fuck what was I supposed to do? And I spend 30 minutes trying to figure out what the hell I was supposed to do. So I'm like, damn it.
Oh my God. That's me. Cause like, I'll sit there and I'll be like, all right, we need to work on this. I'll start working on this. Hey, but we also have to work on this. So let's start working on this at the same time we're working on this. Okay. And then we'll forget to do the first thing we're working on. So now we're focused on the second thing. Oh shit. Now I have like a third thing I need to work on. Okay, let's work on that. So now I have 3 things that I started and I haven't finished none of them. And I'm still working on the third thing.
Oh my God.
And that's literally me. I'll sit there and be like, shit.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the life of a content creator. Basically a person, a workaholic. Because what we just described is workaholics. We are workaholics to a detriment. Like, we literally want everything to be perfect to the point where we're like, oh shit. So if you want to hear heavy profanity or repeated profanity with me, you're going to hear oh shit about 50 times within the span of an hour when I'm doing something with where there's the podcast. Like Swallow, my co-host, she'll tell you, like if I'm panicking, I'll be like, oh shit. She be like, what are you doing? I'm panicking. What you think I'm doing?
Freaking out. I'm freaking out right now.
but yo, man, Twitch is a beast of its own that we can talk about for days. We might as well really back into DPW and go right into the speed round Q&A that I do at the end of everything, so we can kind of get more of what you like. List your 5 favorite wrestlers, past and present, not exclusive to WWE.
Not exclusive to WWE.
So it don't even have to be because since everybody listens to majority of people watch the WWE, I'm like, okay, maybe they can see other wrestlers that they can check out. Okay,
so it is El Generico is my number 1.
I miss that guy.
I do too. Thank God he's taking care of orphans.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Hero. Eddie Guerrero.
Nice.
God, this is where it gets tough because like I enjoy a lot of wrestling.
You and me both.
Kenny Omega.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'll throw a WWE one in there because like I haven't done that, and it's Seth Rollins.
Hey, the drip god, the tackling machine.
I found him in Wrestling Society X.
That was when he was Tyler Black.
Yes, it was teaming with Jimmy Jacobs, team doing it for her, and that's where he was like my first like favorite indie wrestler because like I didn't know what indie wrestling was.
We call him in the I guess you could say the Black Wrestling Twitter. We call him our favorite maniacal, chaotic choir director. Because the way he does the
I can see it.
So we call him because he even did the intros at WrestleMania. Like he did the whole chaotic choir. I'm like, this guy never ceases to amaze me. If you had the opportunity to change the outcome of a match, what match would it be and why? Also, not exclusive to WWE.
Oh man.
Like anything in the past that you hey, I like this match. It was a great match, but that's not the outcome I
feel like I could name like all WWE matches. Almost. Part of the reason I don't watch it anymore. God, who? I'm trying to think of a specific match that made me just tune out.
In my case, Money in the Bank, the men's Money in the Bank this year, I just blacked out. Yeah. Because of the winner.
Oh, right. I was like, I didn't watch it. So I was like, who the hell won? Thought about it. Oh, right. All right. Yeah, you're right.
I was like,
you know what? Well, I'll stick with Money Bank theme because I can't think of a specific one. Ali should have won Money in the Bank.
2019.
Yeah, whatever the fuck Lesnar won.
Yeah, that was 2019.
Ali should have won.
And they didn't realize it. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but they made Ali look like an idiot with that outcome because he was literally there, and then the music started playing. Like, bro,
I still
just unclip it and then go.
All right, well, I ain't fighting you. All right, thanks, bye.
I won. Bye, bitch.
Yeah.
Right. They don't know me, like, bro. I would go off script. I'm like, nope. I'm not. You're not gonna make me look stupid.
Right. A close second would be I think it was a Hell in a Cell, and I think it was Lesnar and Roman, I think, and they did a DQ finish.
No, that was Roman and Braun Strowman and
was it okay?
Lesnar
and Lesnar came in. That's what it was.
He kicked the door off the hinges and all that stuff, and that was
and
like
it was a DQ. It was like DQ, no contest.
It was a no contest, and the sad thing is that was the first of 2 back-to-back no contests. The second one was the Fiend and Seth Rollins.
Oh, that's right.
And that's when everybody turned, and that's when people legitimately turned on Seth Rollins because it was like that match was stupid. That's another outcome I would change. That's an outcome that's an outcome I would change.
Right.
And by outcome, I mean I would not put the match on at all.
Right. Oh man. Because there's no way like a Hell in a Cell ends in a no contest. What do you mean? It's chaos. It's destruction. That is the point of a Hell in a Cell.
It's like you mean to tell me like, and it's funny how every blue moon I listen back to Johnny's rant on that particular match because I think he reviewed that specific one for New Legacy, and I'm like, yo, and this was pre-deadlock for him, so I was like, yo, this is hilarious. Because he was like, I think he started playing music or something. And he said, "Turn it up!" He literally went in full chaos mode, and it was hilarious.
My favorite thing is I remember, I think X-Pac was on the fucking. They had that YouTube show. They had that YouTube show
that watch along
where they're live reaction to the show. I go, this is stupid. This sucks. How does a Hell in a Cell end in a no contest?
And the funny thing is, that was the last time he's ever been on one of those.
Exactly, because he shit on it. Because rightfully so. Made no sense.
And they tried their best to try to like cover it up, and he was like, "No, this is stupid. Like, there's no way to flip it. This is stupid."
Yeah.
And what was funny, they was trying to cover up with a guy who's been in the Attitude Era. Like he's seen Hell in a Cell, worse Hell in a Cells than that. So I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
What?
A referee's career ended in fucking Hell in a Cell. How are you gonna tell me like these wrestlers can't survive it? What?
And oh man, when I tell you, I remember what I was doing. I was like, I think it was at that point where I was like, why am I still watching wrestling? Because it was literally, I was like that. I wasn't even angry. I was just like,
right.
This is fucking stupid.
Right. So like that's me lately because like I genuinely have maybe sat down to watch like one WWE show in the last year or two. I just don't do it. I was like I still keep up with it. Like I still know what goes on every show basically. Yeah. But it's only because of like I am kind of doing wrestling content, so it's like I need to know in case like someone in my chat comes in and says something and I'm not just like I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Like what?
Yeah.
The way I do it now, I think because I started following I started following other podcasts that looks like me. So I'm like, okay, how do y'all watch it? And they just told me, they was like, bro, just look at it as a joke. Just don't take this shit serious. And then the moment I stop taking it serious, I can watch. Dude,
it's so fun. Because we started the Goon Squad like Discord earlier this year, and it was like a week before WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
And so we decided to do a watch along. Or at least I did. I decided to do a watch along with the community and watch WrestleMania. So we had a voice channel open and we were just in there. And I swear that was one of the most fun I've had in a long time because I was just shitting on it the entire time and it was most laid back because it was like I didn't sit there and be like I want to enjoy this. No, it's just like fucking if I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. Whatever. And that's why the best match on that show was Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville, because that match, they did not take that seriously, and that was the most entertaining match I have seen in that product.
The match ended in a mousetrap.
Yeah, exactly!
How do you not laugh at that? Like, anybody who
they have the giant hand, bro!
I still use that as a reaction. I still use that reaction on Twitter. I'm like, bonk. Like, shut your ass up.
I don't, look, I love wrestling, okay? And I love it. But, like, I don't sit here and want to watch serious wrestling 90% of the time.
No.
I watch DDT, bro. Like, there's no way. I was watching DDT last night, and there was a fucking, probably more questionable on my part, but there was a finish last night where a dude got suffocated. I don't want to say by what, because this is, just
please don't tell me ass cheeks.
Yeah, bro. You already know. Yeah, dude. Fucking, he had it on both sides of his face. Yeah, bro. That's how the finish of the match was. That was the finish of the match. And I'll tell you what, I was laughing my ass off. That was funny as hell.
he got suffocated by Rikishi like cheeks.
Yeah. Sexy I know, bro. Sexy I know choked him out. Sexy I know.
If I know he ain't listening to this, but Rikishi, that was a missed opportunity. You should have had at least one of your matches end by suffocation.
Yeah,
you should at least once. Now I want to see somebody suffocate to lose the match. They're like, "How you gonna do it?" I'm gonna use my ass. How else you think I'm in?
Right. Like I'll show it to you later. Like I don't know if you want to see it, but I'll show it to you later.
Nah, I don't want to see it because
you're good. Me and Bojack watched it last night. We were like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, we told Tenchi was like hopped in a call because we played off stream, and we were like, Tenchi was like, "I don't want to watch it." I was like, "You ain't got to. You ain't got to," because we were watching the Everett's debut. Like,
oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So that's why I had watched it. Was watching Everett.
Oh yeah,
which
that
awesome.
Man has been killing it,
dude. Like, absolutely, dude. He is made for Japan. He's made for Japan.
Japan. I saw like my first. Like I remember him when he was at Impact. Mm-hmm. Like when he was the replacement for, I believe was Jack Evans, I believe, or Angelico.
Oh, this year, yeah, Jack Evans.
Year.
Yeah, Jack Evans.
So when I saw that, I was like, and then he went crazy. I'm like, Andrew fucking Everett. That's all I can say when I was in there.
He was in Impact before. What he used to team with Trevor Lee. Yeah, he used to team with Trevor Lee. It was
which version of Impact was this?
It was 2017, 2016.
Oh, so that was the GFW version?
Right after.
Oh, right after.
It was right after. Because this was the I might have the timeline wrong. But it was like Hurricane was in the company, so this was like right before fucking all the delete shit.
You just opened the Pandora's box because yes, I remember that.
So Hurricane.
I wasn't really 100% into Impact, but I remember highlights of Gregory Helms or Hurricane Helms in there, and I'm like, and I saw Trevor Lee, and you just reminded me. Yep, I remember that.
Because I was watching it. I was still watching Impact at that time. I'm still watching. And PWG had Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett there too. So I was watching Everett on all of these things. So it's like, it's so surreal to like think that I'm technically a coworker with him. It's so surreal because like I've been watching him for so long and I've been a fan of him the whole time. So I think he's so good. I'm so shocked he's not signed anywhere. He should be. Oh,
most definitely. But yeah, in a way, I kind of see why he probably would not be rushing because it's like you're killing it everywhere. Like you don't really need
exactly.
You don't need to be tied to a company and then stuck in catering. Like
right. Yeah.
Come on. Like just kill it. And then if they like if AEW or Impact say, hey, here's a contract, take it. But it's like
I'm so glad he ended up in DDT because like I feel like in DDT he can thrive. Because like I said, they had that ridiculous finish with the first match, but like he's doing the Andrew the Giant gimmick and it's getting so over there. So over. Like crowd was popping for it in his debut. His debut.
It's crazy.
God, man, he was made for it. For
the next part of the speed round Q&A, I'm going to list DPW wrestlers, and in short, I want you to tell me your thoughts of these specific wrestlers. Ready?
Okay. All right.
First off, Kid Bandit.
I love Kid Bandit. I love him.
I love them. We in the same boat. Lucky Ali.
Oh, dude, he's such an asshole, but he's so good. He's so good, man. So
I made this like off the cuff. I know he's persona non grata. I was like, why is he giving me flashes of Velveteen Dream? Like as far as like the way he sells and his cadence, just by like a touch. That was my first time seeing him.
I've never thought of that comparison.
No, that was literally my first thought. I was like,
right.
I said, he is
very charismatic. I
think that's what it was because I was like, this is a non-creepy version of that guy, and I was like, and then when I started seeing more of him, I'm like, yeah, he's better. Never mind.
Lucky on screen is just Lucky off screen. It's fucking great, bro. At shows, he'll come out and sell his merch in a laundry basket. He carries a laundry basket around with him. And it's like the one on, he'll have like a thing. You know how like suitcases have the
It's
hook
on the wheel. It's on
Yeah,
wheels.
yeah. He's got a laundry basket on wheels, bro, and he's carrying it around, selling merch.
I
It's
can
awesome.
see that because
It's
that's
awesome.
something. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, that's something I would do.
Mhm.
Because I sell my own
Absolutely.
merch. I'm like, bro, let me just print a whole bunch of these and put it. I'm like, hey, you want to buy a shirt?
That's what he does. He did that at PWF. He was walking around. He go, "You want a shirt? Who want a shirt? Yo, I know you want a shirt. Come on, buy a shirt. Buy a shirt right now. $20. Buy a shirt."
Nah, you just
he sells
confirmed that this man. That I apologize for that comparison. You are better, my friend. You are
absolutely.
better. Next guy, Jay Malachi.
Oh my God, I could go on about Jay Malachi. Oh my God, I've known Jay Malachi since he was 15 or 16, and
Well, he's 18 now.
He is 18 now. He is so good, so good. I'm so glad he is now getting a spotlight on him because he deserves it. He has deserved a spotlight for 2 years now. His this is a story that I don't think a lot of people know. His debut match was like he was 14 or 15 with his debut match against another 14 or 15-year-old named Jackson Drake.
Okay.
They ended up teaming together as the Wrestling Prodigies. But the reason the match came about was they were at a seminar, and the person running the seminar got to be able to pick 2 people to make their debut on that night, or to wrestle on that show that night.
Mm-hmm.
And he chose Jay Malachi and Jackson Drake to wrestle each other, even though there was grown men at this seminar. And he chose the 14 and 15-year-olds to wrestle on the show. And the guy running the seminar was Arn Anderson.
That sounds like Glock man.
That's all I need to say. If Jay Malachi is the future and deserves it.
Bro, his match with Calvin Tankman,
Mm-hmm.
that was literally I was like, bro, I don't know who this kid is, but I'm glad I know now. That's literally all I can say. Like, I don't give these like convoluted answers to people to the stuff I watch, but when someone asks me, they're like, "So what did you think about this match?" I'm glad I know this kid now because I knew Calvin Tankman from MLW, so I'm like, cool. I'm like, yo, he's a beast regardless,
right?
But I'm like,
he's a machine.
Jay Malachi, I'm like, yo, this dude was it the Malachi cutter or the McCullough cutter? Malacutter. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, the height of that man. I'm like, bro, I literally when I watched him, every time I'm like, I looked at the roof, I'm like, please don't hit the roof.
He's been working with PWF for like 2 or 3 years now. So like I've been watching him the whole time. And every time I show someone PWF, I will show them a Jay Malachi match because I believe in him that much to like sell it because he's so good. And like, dude is an actual athlete. Like he was late to a show because he had a track meet. He won the track meet and then came to the show and wrestled Cheeseburger the same day.
How the fuck?
Dude, he built different. Built different. Yes.
Next up, we already know about. We pretty much gave a spotlight to Andrew Everett, Josh Fuller. Oh
man, dude, he's got to hit that overdrive. He'd be the greatest of all time if he hit that overdrive.
I can't wait to see Johnny lose his mind on commentary. God. I can't wait. Biff Busick.
Oh man. Oh man, dude. That was so like I've been a fan of Biff since PWG, since before he signed with WWE. And so when I got to meet him, it was so surreal. And to like then play like the music with his entrance and like experiencing it live.
Completely.
Man, wow. Blew me away.
His match with Bojack, I was like, nah, my first thought was, why the fuck didn't NXT book this man like this? Dude, and then the second thought, I was like, yo, smart. You're too good for WWE. that was literally with seconds apart. That's literally my thoughts. I was like, why didn't they do this? But I was like, you too good.
And he's like, the tenacity he has in the ring is like almost bar none.
He makes me believe that he wants to kill you.
Yes. Oh,
That's
man.
literally how it was, man. Yo. And then this next person gives me that same thought. Davey Richards.
Davey Richards. So I again, it's gonna sound like rinse and repeat. I've been a fan of Davey Richards since like Ring of Honor Impact. Like when he first started in Impact when he was teaming with Eddie as the Wolves. Okay. And I watched a little bit of him in Ring of Honor when he was like Ring of Honor champion and he was feuding with like Kevin Steen.
I remember that. I've seen that. I've actually seen that feud as well.
Yep. And so Davey, there was a period where like he disappeared for a while and then he came back and dude, he is on the best run of his life.
I think he wasn't he studying or like
he was I think he was medical, yeah, because I think he was a paramedic, I think. Like
I believe I saw that he retired a little bit and then he came back. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yo, because that match he had with Kevin Koo.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember Kevin Koo because I was watching on one of my Twitch streams. I was watching a Bryan Danielson documentary and he was on it. And I was like, where have I seen this guy from? Like,
Kevin Koo was on the documentary?
Yeah, he was on the. He was
no
on
way.
Yeah, he was like he was one of the guys who was interviewed. I can send you a link to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do.
Because I remember my Discord actually recommended me to watch it, so I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And then when I saw him, I'm like, where have I seen Kevin Koo from? And then it was like DPW. I'm like, no, oh shit, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
and he's another guy that I would like if I do take a bump or something. He's one of them guys. I'm like, yo, let me train with you. Like a split second.
Kevin, like I feel like you could say this about almost every DPW talent about just how good they are. Because like, literally. Man, Kevin Koo is a machine. Man, I've watched him wrestle like I think 3 or 4 matches now, like in DPW, and it was like it's against Bojack, Diego Hill, Mason Miles, and Davey, and those were all.
And now he got the Tankman.
He's got Tankman. Yeah, he's got Tankman this weekend. Well, when we're filming this weekend.
Filming this weekend. Yeah, it'll get released next week. But yeah, okay. he got
this past weekend.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can't wait to see that on DPW on Demand. Yes, DPWOndemand.com. Make sure you guys check that out.
Sir, $14.99 a month. Exactly. I'm ready. $144 a year. I'm ready. Here, bro.
Kobe Carino.
Talked about it earlier in the stream. That is one of my assistant trainers. He is so smart, deserves the world, deserves to be signed like him. And like him, he started doing death matches lately, and that's just something he genuinely wanted to do. That is not even a Colby felt like he needed to. He was like, I want to do death matches because he'll come to me like we've done like hardcore matches at PWF because we don't do death matches, and he's come to me and he'll be like, all right, so what do you think? And we'll like set up shit because I watch death matches. I love death matches.
Huh,
so yeah, dude, a wide range of wrestling I watch. So he'll sit there and be like, what do you think about it being here? And we're like, we'll talk about it. Dude, I love talking to Colby about wrestling.
He just to be a fly on the wall with some of the conversations he has. He just looks like he has that knowledge that you can go far with. Diego Hill.
Hill. That is my boy. Yes. So I met Diego Hill in 2020. Yeah, it was like right around the pandemic because we had to do a show in someone's backyard because we didn't have it anywhere. We couldn't have it anywhere else. It was like a charity event for Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. And this was the first time we had met him. He came in. He used to wear a mask. I don't know why. Dude does not need a mask. I don't understand, but he would wear a mask. And he was training at another training at another school. And we had talked to him. We're like, because I sat there, I was watching him like practice, like before the thing. I was like, what the fuck? Who is this? Because I even looked at Bo. Who the fuck is this? Who is this? He goes, I don't know. And so we talked to him, and then he started training at our school. Like immediately started training at our school, and we're like, dude, take the mask off. You're too good. We're gonna help you out any way you need.
His match with Bojack,
dude. 27 minutes and 21 seconds that match was. I remember.
It was like I looked down, I was like, oh, that's it. That's how good it was.
Right. Dude, it doesn't even feel like 27 minutes. It doesn't even feel like it. It was so good. And like that is the match they have been wanting to have for the longest time. Bo and Diego, because like Bo and Diego team together, like, you know, they're the high flying star machines, them, BK Westbrook and Azrael.
Okay.
And that was like one of the first times they faced one-on-one. And that was exactly what we had expected from it.
If I show somebody that match, they're gonna either be like, yo, this is chaotic, this is good, this is all over the place, but they're gonna have a reaction. Like that's how I'm like, my reaction was like, yo, this was just on DPW fire.
Diego is the most athletic person I think I've genuinely met in wrestling.
His match with was it Lindsay?
Lindsay.
Boy.
Whew, man. Diego can fucking, he will like, so at training he'll like try different moves. It's like he wants to be I'll say he looks up to, I don't want to say he wants to be like, he looks up to like Dante Martin, the way Dante Martin does shit.
Oh boy, him.
So he wants to be able to do that. So like I've watched him just sit there and like straight vertical to the top rope and do moves, and it's like, man, just the shit he does in training is crazy.
Now,
like, he hasn't done it in matches.
Now I kind of want to see Diego versus Dante. Like
Diego wants to see Diego versus Dante.
Hey, Tony Khan, you want to book that match for AEW Dark? Like,
get Diego.
Get Diego. Come on now. Come on.
Absolutely.
Donnie Ray. Donnie
Ray is another one that I have known for years. So Donnie is also a CWA.
Okay.
And I met him when I first started training. Matter of fact, my very first practice match I ever had was against Donnie Ray.
Sweet.
And he has had he's lost a lot of weight in the last year, and he looks phenomenal. And that Meltman gimmick, not even a gimmick. No, I can't even call it a gimmick. That's not a gimmick.
Him.
That's Donnie. You see Donnie, that's Donnie. You talk to Donnie, that's Donnie. Man.
Hey, yo, I think I can relate to his gimmick because me and him are I'm the most nonchalant person. Whenever if you ever see me in person, I'm literally, I'm either in my own head or when I'm talking to people, I'm nonchalant as hell. I'll be like, so how's it going? Like, everybody be all over the place. Like they be panicking. I'll just be like, hey,
just hang out.
I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
Next man, Calvin Tankman. We talked about him a little bit.
Is one of the nicest people I have ever met in professional wrestling.
I think we just killed his gimmick.
No way.
Because when I look at him, I'm like, bro, he don't.
I'm talking about outside the ring. I'm not talking about him in the ring. Not him in the ring. Outside the ring, one of the nicest people.
I'm about to say, wait a minute now. That's
I sat down. When the first times I ever met him, I came up to him. I was like, hey, doing the introductory. Hi, I'm Tyler. Nice to meet you. Da da da. We ended up talking for like 15 minutes. Just because like I'm so used to people be like, oh, nice to meet you, and then like kind of no, fuck off. And then he just started talking. I was like, oh, okay. And we just started talking for like 15 minutes just about random shit like in the area. Tankman is actually one of the funniest stories of DPW. So the first show, we're sitting there, and it's like about an hour or two before doors open, and Tankman still hadn't arrived yet.
Oh.
And me and James are talking, and it goes, Tankman's flight is delayed. He is still in Atlanta. And I was like, well, there's no way he's making the show. I was like, there's no way. Atlanta's like 6 hours away. There's no way he's making the show. So we were rushing, like everyone was rushing, trying to figure out what to do for the show and stuff like that. Well, literally like not even 10 minutes passes. I look over and Tankman is standing at the ring. And I went,
he's right there.
He literally walked up to a group of people. Hey, how's it going? And everyone was like, what the fuck? You're in Atlanta. What? And I looked at James because James is freaking out. And I'm like, James? He goes, what? I was like, Tankman's right there. He goes, what? And then Johnny beside me, that's my fucking guy. Because everyone was freaking out.
Do you think his his text was delayed because that happened before with me. Like I would text
It
somebody
must
that I'm
have been
delayed.
something. There must have been some confusion somewhere. Because like I don't know if it was Tankman that sent the message or if it was somebody else like that was talking on behalf of him.
Because I'm good at doing that. Like I would text somebody before I get on the plane. I'm like, hey, my flight is delayed. But then by the time they get it and I get there, they be like, I thought your flight was delayed. I sent you that shit like 3 hours ago. Right. Like, what are you talking about? So yeah, that could have been. But no, that's a funny story. That is funny. That is hilarious because I can see that happening where people are panicking.
Everyone's panicking, trying to like work around the matches, like trying to make replacements for the matches he had and stuff like that. And then it was like, oh hey, how's it going? Just walked in, nothing. Like everyone's panicking, and he's just casually walking in, just talking. No one noticed him until he was at the ring.
And it was like,
he was like, standing there.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, thank you. Like,
hey man, it's good to see. Hey, he was like, hey man, yeah, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. It was like, what?
Next up, the reality, aka NDA.
Patrick and Chance. And Chris Danger. Chris Danger's an asshole.
Oh God.
Chris Danker's cool. Danker's an asshole.
Chris Dank, Chris Dank's my guy.
Absolutely. Love Chris Danker. Patrick's like the same story as Donnie, basically, because like they started training around the same time and they used to team together. So like Patrick's same thing. And Patrick is one of those that I could immediately say should be signed, like immediately. He has the look, he has the charisma, he has everything that everyone should be looking for.
And he got his ass whooped by Wardlow.
And got his ass whooped by Wardlow, as did over 90% of the DPW roster. I don't think Tony likes us. There's something wrong, man. But
I looked at that, I was like, wait a minute, is that? No.
They're always the first one, too. Wardlow is targeting us. There's no way.
The first day Wardlow comes into DPW is going to be groundbreaking. I'm just saying that.
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen at this point. There's no way. Chance is one of those. I have loved Chance. He just started streaming recently too. And I love Chance's God. He's the man. He is the man. He's so good in the ring, man. God.
He has an ability to make me flip a switch from he has a punchable face to like, okay, chill out.
Yeah.
Like when someone's whooping his ass, I'm like, chill out.
He used to do one of his old gimmicks was he was a millennial. He was the millennial Chance Riser, and he would come out in a sweater and with a Starbucks cup.
That's a millennial.
Yes.
That's a fucking millennial. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh man, he was annoying as fuck.
Now it's the Gen Z.
Yeah. Now he's third. Yeah.
It's like the Gen Z is the most annoying people in the godforsaken world. Like, God. Next up, Jack, the current reigning and defending first ever DPW World Heavyweight Champion.
Guy. God, that's one of my best friends. One of my best friends in the whole world. If I'm talking to somebody, it's probably Bojack. It's more than likely him. I have almost accidentally called him by his real name 100 times on stream because I'm so used to just talking to him. Right. God, I met him. I remember his first day, like not first day of training, but like when he first started. And man, he deserves everything. He deserves the world, man. He is so talented in the ring, the athleticism. God, Bojack has the most unexpected athleticism, I think. Because like he's, people know he's athletic, but they don't realize how athletic. I
remember he took me off guard when I first saw him because DPW was the first time I saw him as well. Yeah. So I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And why am I not seeing him more?
He's so fast too. Like I don't think people expect that. Like they'll sit there because he'll do like the slow style, just
the big man,
someone's ass. Yeah, just whoop somebody's ass, and then all of a sudden, just darts and just fucking hitting that big boy and fucking hitting that lariat. You never realize how quick he is until he hits that Grand Smasher lariat. You never realize.
And then it's like you sit there because I can tell you every time I watch wrestling pretty much by myself anyway, unless I'm with friends, and you'll catch me doing this a lot, watching DPW. I'm like, what? That's not possible. How's this possible?
He is definitely one of those that's like he will. There's no should. He will be signed. There's no way.
Yeah, if you overlooking this man, there's something wrong with you.
God,
at this point.
I know he wants to work in Japan. He wants to do Japan dates.
Ooh.
And God, man, him and Noah, him and New Japan would be so good. The matches he would have. He deserves the world. And this is biased. I don't give a fuck. It's my best friend.
Hey, man. I'm biased because as a fan, because bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't follow a lot of wrestlers on Twitter because I try to keep my timeline limited of some wrestling because I don't need propaganda all on down my timeline.
Oh, yeah,
but as soon as DPW started, I follow Bojack, I follow you, I pretty much follow. I follow Patrick, Chase, Chris. I follow everybody. Like I literally, I'm like, yo, I don't want the propaganda wrestling like WWE, AEW. I want the guys who I know who are out here busting their tail, doing their thing, and just really killing it. This is the type of wrestling I want to see on my timeline.
It's kind of touching back too, because like Patrick and Chance, like Patrick has a ring in his backyard.
I saw that.
Yeah, Patrick wants this like more than anything, and it's like, you know, if fucking me and Bojack could, we'd have a ring in our backyard too. Like. We do that's everything we all like. That's what everyone in DPW has in common. Everyone wants to get better and wants to be the best. There's not I can't tell you one bad match we've had because everyone just goes out there and tries to show out and tries to. And
that proof ain't every time I watch it, I'm like, yo, if I see this show live, I probably will be voiceless.
Oh man.
And I'll probably be exhausted.
I was usually voiceless after the shows too.
So I was like, if anybody listen to, if I ever say I'm going to DPW, prepare for no episode because I'm going to literally have no voice.
Pre-record it, bro. Pre-recorded episode.
I'll pre-record it the day before, but don't expect no episode. But that was the list, man, and I like how you mentioned like. And the reason why I made sure that list was specifically DPW wrestlers because I want to make sure people check these guys out, and people out, because I'm like, yo, you got this. It's like I understand people are fans of WWE and AEW and all these. I'm like, bro, there's so many people out here that you don't know that you need to go check out. Because I remember I had a friend of mine hit me up. He said because at one point I was like reviewing New Japan as well. Like I haven't really been watching it as much now, but I was reviewing it at one point. It was like, yo, I like the way that you broke down your cadence of New Japan content, like the way you just introduced me to other content. Like they was expecting me to do WWE. I'm like, no, let me introduce y'all to this and then it's like I'm becoming so passionate about watching DPW to the point I'm like, okay, at some point I'm going to literally be there live and just lose my fucking mind. I genuinely
watch DPW a lot, and it's like I already see the shows live, but it's like I can't stop watching it because our shows are so good. Like if I hear someone go, I'll be like, hey, you want to watch DPW, and I'll just turn it on. It's like I can't stop watching it because I will say this, I think our product is better than, if not the best product.
Nope. From what I'm seeing, yes, you have a perfect balance from new guys that's not really known, that's been working their ass off to the experienced talents, Davey, Biff, Rosemary, just to name a few. So I'm like, yo,
and then like we have everything because like we've had Miyuki Takase, Miyu Yamashita, Ryu Mizunami, we've had so like Joshi talents.
And that's another thing that I enjoy because I've never heard of any of those names until I watched DPW. I'm like, who?
Yeah, it's usually the same. Like the only one I knew beforehand was I knew who Ryu Mizunami was beforehand because of AEW and stuff like that. And I know who Miyu Yamashita is because I just started getting into Tokyo Joshi Pro.
Okay.
And because they're all under that umbrella, that DDT Noah umbrella.
Sweet.
And I've watched more, I think, Tokyo Joshi than anything else on there because, like, God, the Joshi wrestling is so good. And I'm so glad that we're able to bring that to America and, like, showcase that.
Yes, and
and
y'all are doing it.
Bringing dream matches, Joshi dream matches, because Yamashita and Miyuki had never wrestled each other.
It's like when James was like, "Oh, this is a dream match," and I'm like, "What?" And then when I saw him, like, "Nah, I see why."
It is like Miyuki worked for like another. I think it was Diana. I could be wrong about the company, and Miyu worked for Tokyo Joshi, and it's like I guess they. I don't know how it exactly works. I'm still learning Japanese and stuff, but like usually they work for just their companies. Gotcha. So it's like hard for like other companies to commingle. And so we were able to bring that because like Miyuki was the best in her company, Miyu's the best in her company, and being able to just have that. We had a Japanese Joshi dream match in a hot box in North Carolina.
Literally. It looked everybody, the way everybody entered in dry as a Popeye's biscuit,
man,
and then came out glistening and slipping. I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure y'all have to. I'm pretty sure y'all have to wipe down them ropes because I'm pretty sure them bitches are slippery.
Man, that venue didn't have AC, man.
Oh
no way. So like surprisingly, it wasn't as hot as we thought it was going to be. It was still like a little bit hot, but it wasn't like, oh my god, we're dying. It was like, it's a little toasty, but it's not like the end of the world.
Basically, come out with tank tops and hot and wet towels and a little mini fan. Just
our Goon Squad community. So we have most of our community is part of. They collectively call themselves the Front Row Gang because they're always in the front row of like the hard cam shots.
Got you.
They're always front row, and one of them or two of them. So there's like a bit in our stream, and so they all came dressed as emo for the bit.
I think I remember that episode.
Yeah,
was it the show?
It was no pressure. It was no pressure.
Okay.
And so there was like a fucking like most of them came out with like eyeliner and then came in with like one of them switched, like they came wearing other clothes and then switched into like I think it was like a Papa Roach tank top that was cut and then like skinny jeans. And I was oh man. I was like, y'all committed. This is the hottest day too. Y'all committed to the bit for the hottest day wearing black clothes. God, I commend y'all. There ain't no way.
Ain't no way. No, black draws. A lot of people don't understand black draws. Like it draws the heat. It does not take it away. Like if you are out wearing black, because
black absorbs, white pushes it out.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, I was literally at one point about to tell my job because they was like, oh, you gotta wear black. I'm about to say, no, I'm about to come up here in white. It is hot.
Right.
It is hot, but we've been going on for a good period of time. It was great. I mean, I'm gonna stay in touch with you, brother, because the conversations we can have is just literally all over the place. But
I won't where can
the people who are not watching in video format where can they find you on social media?
They can find me on basically any social media platform under the name Tyler ElGuapo 13. That's my Twitter and my Instagram. I don't post as much on Instagram as I should. My Twitch is slightly different. It's Tyler ElGuapo 1396. Please don't forget the numbers. And I usually try to stream daily, or if not every couple days. Okay. And I think that's really about all. And I just started uploading on YouTube. Tyler ElGuapo, just base Tyler ElGuapo on there.
Sweet. Make sure you guys check him out and make sure you guys check out all the DPW because this is literally one of the guys behind the scenes. Like if you are a fan of in front of the scenes, check out one of the guys behind the scenes because everybody it's a whole group of guys that are just guys and gals and people who are just literally doing the damn thing for their love of professional wrestling. And I appreciate you for joining me, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate it.
What a conversation that was with Tyler ElGuapo. And I once again would like to appreciate him for stopping by. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and got some nuggets. Please make sure you check out DPW Wrestling or Deadlock Pro Wrestling or any other wrestling that is out there. And most specifically, check out these incredible talents that we talked about on this particular episode. And just for those of you who are probably unaware, these interviews will conclude or coincide with our regular conversations with me and Swallow on Thursdays. No worries about that. So this is just so people are not confused what's going on. This is a top of the what is the proper term to say? This is the appetizers before we get to the chaos that is our usual conversations for the Gresham Unleashed podcast. And I hopefully you guys enjoy these interviews as much as I am having fun putting them together. Hopefully, and we got more to come. And remember, if you guys want to stay in touch with us, if you enjoyed this particular podcast, make sure you give us a star rating, whether you listen to your podcast, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you see those 5 stars, make sure you give us 5 stars. I mean, if you enjoy it, let us know. Let us know how you feel about the podcast. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here. Make sure you follow us if you want to stay up to date. Make sure you follow us at Gresham Unleashed on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you want to keep up with me personally, make sure you follow me at Josh Gresham ORG. Follow Swella at Swella the Bandit 3 on Twitter. And if you want to find all of our links, solo.to/Gresh or solo.to/Swella. And with that being said, stay safe out here in the world of unknown. But as your purveyor of mischief, I have to remind you of the one known, and that is you are appreciated, especially by me. And remember to always, always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Eat, breezy.